We are on virtual club night with DJ Billy, and we are chilling out with the Miss Uganda UK 2022-2023 Miss Vanessa. Tonight we are having Miss Uganda UK, Vanessa. And Vanessa, thanks for giving us time. I hope you're feeling at home. Being that you've been here before, this time you should feel at home. Yeah. At VCN, we are like one family. We are family, so you must feel at home by all means. So I hope you are. If you're not feeling at home, tell us what we can do to make you feel comfortable, like right now.
Perfectly fine. Thank you.
You okay? Perfect. Okay. So Vanessa, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. We are so proud of you. We are happy for you. And as VCN, we congratulate you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Do you still have butterflies in you, or they have already gone? I mean, or has it all sunk in?
Butterflies? I wouldn't say so. It is still surreal because this is something I have wanted for quite a while. But I think I'm starting to sink into the role. I think I'm ready to start working now and do what I was supposed to do, what I was campaigning for before I got into the position. So I'm happy.
It's sinking in. So let's say you're somewhere in public and someone announces on the microphone, "Oh, Miss Uganda UK," do you immediately say, "That's me"? Or do you have to listen and say, "Is that me?" How is it like right now?
A bit of both. I think it depends where I am. Funny story, actually. I went to it was an event in London, and it was so weird. We had a few other pageant girls there as well, and we had a few Miss Pride of Africa finalists and stuff like that. And the MC had us catwalking in the venue, and I was just like, oh my god, this is so weird, because it was just so random. Usually do that, but yeah, I guess since I was queen and stuff like that, they had us do that, which was quite fun, but it was weird.
I'm glad. That's nice to hear that it's really sinking in. Has Vanessa changed in a way? Are you still Vanessa, like I mean, or are you now the Vanessa Miss Uganda UK? Are you still the same around your friends, or you have to like compose yourself in a special way, or you have I turned that boy? Are you still the same Vanessa that was here not long ago?
Yes, I'm definitely the same person. I don't believe that the title changes you per se. It shouldn't. If anything, it just heightens more of who you were to begin with. Do I have to conduct myself a certain way? I guess yes, because it comes with the brand, with the organization that you're representing. But I still represented myself in that way because I'm still that person without having someone to represent per se, because you represent yourself, right? So when you're outside the world, you still have to conduct yourself a certain way. So in a respectable way, I guess. So no, I haven't changed. I will still have my crazy moments when I go out with my friends. My crazy moments with my sisters. So I'm still the same. I just adapt to whatever situation I'm in. Yeah.
Okay. But you know what I find special with being having such a title? It literally stays with you for the rest of your life. Are you aware of that?
It does, yes.
You're ready for that? Because like whether you're still reigning or you've gone, you will always be Vanessa, the Miss Uganda UK 2022-2023, like literally for the rest of your life. I mean, that's such a big title to carry on. I mean, you can't run away from it. Were you ready for that?
Definitely, yes. As I've said, I wanted this for quite a long time. I did start competing in pageantry in 2019. That was my very first pageant, so that was Miss Africa. When I finished that, I was first runner for that. And then in this very same year, I competed in Miss Liverpool. I was actually due to go to Miss England for this year, but thankfully, I was just first runner-up for that one, so I kind of missed the opportunity for that one, but I was happy because I wanted to really do Miss Uganda anyway. So I think God was on my side and everything just aligned, and I did so happen to win the Miss Uganda crown. So to answer your question, have I been prepared? Yes, I have been. I've been waiting for this for my whole journey.
We're so happy to hear that. We're so happy to hear that. Thank you, DJ Billy. Thank you for that. And from what we know about the Miss Uganda this year or next year, let's say, your main the theme is basically charity. I don't want us to talk about it a lot, but like, can you tell us a little bit? Like, charity is broad, like it's big. Do you have something specific you're going to do when it comes to charity, or it's a little bit of everything, or I don't know? Tell us a little bit about it, just not detail, just a little bit.
Yeah. So as you remember already, I am part of a charity called 1,000 Hands of Love, which is in Manchester. I know if some people don't know it, that charity does concentrate on descent, on culture, on heritage for the young children, for the youth in the diaspora. But what I did want to concentrate on is education. And I do plan to go back home and concentrate on agriculture, specifically to go home and work with schools, specifically to work on that, not only just the heritage for the youth, but also just other practical ways that they can learn and help themselves to become more self-sufficient. That is the fundamental idea behind it. But of course, the practicalities of how to bring that about is still in the works. Yes. Okay.
Actually, that was my next question was, do you have plans of traveling to Uganda soon? So you've answered that. So yeah. So we'll go on. So tonight, why are we hanging out with you? Like, we are hanging out, right? It's not an interview. We are just hanging out. Imagine like you're home with your girlfriends at home. I mean, everyone, as you can see, everyone is seated comfortably in their sitting rooms or in their living room. So we are hanging out right now. We are not doing any interview. But what we are doing tonight, we want to get to know you as Vanessa. You know, not just Vanessa, but we want to know the Vanessa Miss Uganda UK a little bit. Has your everyday routine changed?
Has my everyday routine changed? In terms of responsibilities, yes.
Okay.
I have always been the type of person to have a lot of things going on anyway, but I guess now I have the role of Miss Uganda on top of that now. So my day, I guess a typical day in my life, wake up, I'll go to work. I work with Barclays at the moment. After that, then I have to concentrate on my masters because I'm doing my masters at the moment.
Okay,
going out with my friends, I go out with them. If I'm cooking for my sisters, I'll cook for them because I have 4 sisters at home. So no, it hasn't changed. But in terms of maybe if I have to go to any events or anything like that, yes, it has. Responsibility. Yes.
Okay, so the new roles or the new responsibility like fit perfectly in your old Vanessa kind of life.
It does.
At least you get to continue your life as you want it or as you've always been doing it. Okay, do you have something you're sipping on?
Do I have something I'm sipping on? No, I do, but I will get something. You get me something.
We want you to be as comfortable as possible. Just if you want to grab something to drink, do. If you have it, just take a sip and voila.
Water. No, get me some. My sister's getting me something.
What is your favorite destination right now? Like, if we say, Vanessa, tomorrow we are going, where would we go?
Now, I do like, sorry, can you see me? Well, I'm in two minds about that. I like Italy because I feel like Italy gives me a very homely feel. It reminds me of Uganda. If I had to go somewhere, I've been there. I went to Venice and it was really, really lovely. But fun Vanessa, lively Vanessa, loves music, loves dancing, loves being out, having a little bit of a crazy night. So I would say New York. I like New York. The city lights, that's where I would like to go. Yeah.
What plans would you make for a perfect weekend? Like, what is your perfect weekend, in other words?
My perfect weekend. Well, it depends what I'm going for. So if I'm going for a fun weekend kind of thing, see, I don't drink. I can see somebody said booze. I don't drink, unfortunately, but my energy is always as if I'm drinking. I always, when I'm out with my girls, I always ask, oh my God, are you drinking? And I'm like, no, I'm perfectly sober, but I'm just as crazy. But the weekend I'll have a lot of music, maybe a few festivals. I'll definitely have my friends, because my friends just are a vibe, I'm not gonna lie. I'll have my friends there. We'll go and do something crazy, maybe go out in like the wildlife or something. I like being indoors, so maybe like at the end of like the night, something like that, but I like adventurous times. So we'll go out and do something like skiing or like climbing or like just stuff like that, because I always do that with my family. My family are very outdoorsy and stuff like that, so I'd like that. If I was having more of a classy kind of weekend in the spa, you can never be weekend.
All right, so it would be really a crazy weekend if you had to plan that.
Yes. If it had to be quiet, then it's a spa.
Okay. As Vanessa, let's say before or after Miss Uganda UK, are you a goal setter, or you live by whatever will be, will be? Like, who are you? A goal setter? Do you have to set every goal of whatever you achieve or you intend to achieve, or you're like, well, we'll figure things out?
I'm definitely a goal setter. Do I have to plan every single part of my life? No, because it's impossible to, you know. God always has something in something else in plan for you, so nothing ever goes to plan. But I don't agree with just going through life with no plan whatsoever. I just I can't stand it. For me personally anyway, I believe you should always walk with a purpose, and it just motivates you in life and drives you to just go through life when you have something you set yourself to do. So I am a goal setter, if I had to choose a goal setter.
So let's say if you had to choose another country or another nationality, which one would it be? Not Uganda, not UK. Which other country would you choose to be your home?
Another country I would choose to be my home. That's very interesting. You know what? I have always loved Bollywood. I have this thing. I love Bollywood movies. I love their culture. I love how colorful they are. The dances, the food. The food, it's quite spicy. I'm not a spicy food person. I don't like spicy food. But I definitely love their culture and their wear, the things that they wear. So you know what? A Middle Eastern kind of culture. Yes, a Middle Eastern culture.
Somewhere in the Middle East.
Somewhere in the Middle East. You know what? To be specific, I'm going to say like Hindi culture. Because obviously those are the movies that I watch, and I'm like, oh, this is really nice. But then at the same time, you watch movies and it's probably like just a glamorized version of itself or something. But from what I see, I like it. So
I'm laughing because someone just said he would be a Ukrainian. Okay. Okay. So now let's go home. Uganda. I believe you know Uganda a little bit.
I do.
And if you don't, now it's the time to get to know it. So what's your favorite place in Uganda?
What's my favorite place in Uganda? You know what? My favorite place doesn't even exist anymore, but I literally grew up there. I was there every single weekend as a child. You want to guess what that place is?
I'm not sure if I can guess.
Diddy's World.
Wait, I was thinking, I swear I was thinking the same, because I was like, but there's something like that somewhere in Kampala, I think. I'm sure, but I think so.
I hope there is, because I will be definitely going there. I loved Diddy's World.
I remember Diddy's World.
I was born in Uganda before I came here. When I used to go to Gayaza, but in my holidays, when my dad was really busy and I didn't want to stay at home, I rather than him letting me stay at home with my maids, with the maids, stuff like that, because I know I would just run away and just go and play and then come back. So he wanted me to be safe. He used to just drop me off in Diddy's World, stay there for the whole day, and then just came to get me at the end of the day. I lived in Diddy's World. I was gutted when it was closed.
Okay. Let me take you off a little bit. Someone is saying Oluzungu Runji. And with that being said, do you speak some Luganda?
Oluganda nyawo. So sorry.
Mama Beya togera Oluganda lujja. Togenda please. The Luganda is coming. I should have asked this question in Uganda actually. So if you could kati tugenda okukola era kubuuzanga ebibuuzo mu Luzungu,
okay,
nziremu mbitranslating mu Luganda. I'm not promising that I'll translate everything as it should be, but I'm going to try to translate a little bit. And also if there's something you can say in Luganda, that would be nice. That would be perfect, because we, like I said, we are family and we want everyone to be with us. We want everyone to enjoy, and we don't want to leave anyone out. And you guys, sorry if the English is always Englishing, but if you had to invent something, what would that be? If you had to invent something, what would that be?
Okay. Singanari okalechi.
But let me translate. Invent mu Luganda nga sikimanyi. Invent. Banange help a sister. Yeah. So if you had to invent, if you had to invent something, like if you had to invent something, what would it be? What would you invent? Yeah.
Kind of it. Invent something.
What would it be?
Obachija kubanga china mugaso chi.
Invent so katugochoyagala tukolera whatever you would want gwenga as Vanessa. Nga if you had to, if singa osobola okukola ekintu. Yeah, you can invent. Also okuyiya apparently oba okutonda, what would that be?
Simani, that's a very hard question. Omanyi njagala nkuwe answer ngeri very useful. I don't have it right now.
Okay. Well, we will get back to this one. We'll get to this one. We will get to this one. Maybe we could talk about something different right now. Like, for example, if do you have any personal book or any person that has made the biggest impact on you, on who you are, and why? It can be a book, it can be a movie, or a person like has made an very, very important impact on you. What is it, or who is it?
Omuntu obulungi nja kugamba maama wange.
Okay.
Kubanga bwe ngamba celebrity sibeera nabo buli kaseera.
Tetumanyi bwe basula.
Simanyi naye maama bwasula alya ate naye amanyi nange bwe nsula. Kati amulaba ng'agenda n'akola n'akomawo n'abeera beeringa mu bintu by'akola ate mukyala mukozi.
Okay.
Kati nze bwe mulaba nange kimpa ekyokulabirako.
Basically, she's molded who you are. She's made you.
Exactly. Ate sinti ntina kyokulabirako ate abeera nga shinga naye kubanga asobola okulaba kale nange byensobola nga nze ate anyambako okubeera nga mpyaki. Kati njagamba maama kubanga maama abeerawo bwembanga ndi mulwadde bwembanga kale waliwo ebintu bye sisobola yasobola okale okubinkolera oba nanyambako okitegeera kati my mom.
So as you're saying that, you're like praising your mom. There's this song that came to my mind, a Ugandan song that says, Omuzadde ye Katonda wa wano ku nsi. But I don't know who sang it.
I believe that.
So there's that song that says, Omzade Katonda wano ku nsi. So basically our parents are literally our God when it comes to our life here on earth in a way. So that's really, I'm sure she's proud of you. She must be proud of you.
She is. She is.
Congratulations to Mama also if she's listening or if she's
that to you.
But congratulations anyway to you and your sisters and your family and everyone. Like you've said, you contested for different pageants. Some you won, some you. Thank you, DJ Billy. You are second runner-up or first runner-up. But what is your greatest failure, and what was the lesson you learned from it? The greatest failure, and what did you learn from it?
Gambanti, I failed.
Not with to do with beauty, but I mean in general.
Oh yeah. Sija Gambanti, I failed. I've been then did lucky kumanga budi kale go jemba denjagaro kufuna oba budi chimu jemba denjagaro kufuna. I've been the one in control to get it. I've been driven, I've been focused to go and get it. There's been things that didn't go to plan. Maybe I would have wanted them to go the way they did. And I feel like it's been more of a lesson to do things better if I'm to do things again. I didn't really class it as a failure. I have a mentality of, I am quite an optimistic person in general. I never look at something. It's very rare that I'll get really, really, really upset about something. Of course I get upset because everyone gets upset. I'm human. Being beaten down because something has happened. I always try to look for the lesson in that thing. I guess the closest thing to it was in my A-levels. So before I went to university, I knew, when you have that self-belief in yourself that you can achieve something, but then the results don't quite show that you can do something. And for my A-levels, I knew I could do them, but I didn't get the results that I believed I could get. Now, I saw that as a lesson of, okay, well, I didn't get what I wanted to get, but I know I can do it, so I can have another chance to get it in my degree. Because when I went to do my first degree, I got the first that I always knew I could get. So exactly. So I don't look at it as a failure, but I look at it as a way
as a lesson
that I can do better. Yes.
Okay, you can do better. Okay. Like this is something that everyone has, but with men, I don't know. But for us women, I mean, we all have our insecurities. We have those things we're not comfortable with, like something I said, like we all have them. We all have those voices. I don't call them voices, but the noise. We all have those noises in our heads that say you can't do that, or this is not good, So you as Vanessa, Miss Uganda UK, how do you silence those voices about your insecurities, if you have them? I don't know if you have insecurities, but I believe we all have our insecurities in a way. So how do you silence that, the noise or the voices?
Yeah. Can I be very honest with you?
Yeah.
It's everybody has insecurities. Like you said, everybody has something that, yes, you do not like about yourself, or you feel like you could do something better about yourself. I do not condone insecurities. I believe that even within myself, especially within myself, I believe when you have something that you're not happy with, or something that, of course, some of them, they're not just physical, that you can just change them straight away, but I believe you should confront them. I feel like that is the best way to overcome them, when you confront something and you're very honest with yourself as well. I feel like when you're honest with yourself first, you establish what that insecurity is. If it's something physical, if you want to change it, do so, right? Because obviously when you change it, then it won't bother you anymore. If it's something internal, find ways that you work on it, that you can tackle it. I'm a strong believer in that. I don't like, you know what, it's not even that you have the insecurity, right? But it's what the insecurity brings out of you. So for some people, if it's an insecurity of like money or something like that, right? So let's say they have a friend who has been lucky to be well off, then that insecurity is going to project jealousy, it's going to project envy, it's going to project just nastiness to the person. But it's not even because you yourself want to be nasty, but because you yourself feel inadequate already. Like if you feel that already, then you wouldn't feel the need to look at the other person in a different way or like in an envious way kind of thing. So I confront it. That's what I do. If I have something, I don't have something that I'm like, oh my God, like I'm insecure about, but the times that I feel like I don't reach to par with where I want to be, I will take to get it out, because I feel insecurity is a disease. Just like people say jealousy is a disease, insecurity
is a disease. Okay, so if the best way to silence the noise is basically to confront our insecurities. That's a good one. I have learned that. So Vanessa, do you like reading books?
I do like books, yes.
Oh, you do? Now this one comes in handy. So let's say if you had to write a book about your life, what would be the title?
What would be the title?
Yeah.
You can have the best of both worlds.
You can have the best of both worlds.
Because you can. You can.
When you say both worlds, what do you mean?
When I say the best of both worlds, I guess regarding my life specifically, I know some people go through life, right? There's always little clicks in life, right? You go through, and sometimes you have the popular, outstanding girls, right? You have the people that have it all, the people, well, who seem to have it all, perfect on the outside, just absolutely amazing. And then you have the people, especially in school, when you have the unpopular kids, or like the give, something like that, or just people in general who don't have it all, who do have those days where they don't feel their best, where they're not going to, you know, they're just not the perfect people that you want to have around or something.
Yeah, but like the saying goes that it's always green on the other side.
Yeah, exactly.
So for you, it would be you can have, what was the title again?
The best of both worlds.
You can have the best of both worlds.
Yes.
That's a good one.
Or it is have the best of both worlds. Because in my experience, I've experienced both, right?
Yeah.
I've been the more low-key, out the way type of person, but I've also been the it girl, the popular person. And with each, either way that I've been, like I've been comfortable, I've been able to dominate whatever position I've been in. So of course you can, whatever, I guess what I'm trying to go with that is whatever situation you're in, you can it and absolutely own it. And that's what
the fact that you have said that you have personally been or seen both worlds, in between there, when you are transitioning from the other world to the other world, did you struggle somewhere finding the balance, or did you just jump to the other world?
No, it's not about struggling, because like I said,
to find the balance, I mean. Or was it like gradually you went at your own pace until you're there?
Of course, it is a gradual journey, but at the same time, just because you transition into another category per se, it doesn't mean you change completely. I was literally pointed back to the question you first asked me. You asked, has life changed that now I've become Miss Uganda? Well, no. Because yes, I've maybe elevated into a different light in life, but I'm still me. I'm just in a different space at the moment, right? So I'm still able to be my best as Miss Uganda, but I've still been my best way
As
before.
Vanessa. Okay.
Exactly. So when you know, it's I guess keeping that authentic self as you brings that balance, because then you don't feel like you have to drastically change when you all of a sudden change into the other category. I don't know if I make sense.
Yeah, that. I was like talking to myself. I was like, oh my God, I'm enjoying this. Like, it's as if, like, honestly, to make this clear, like, it's the first time I'm seeing Vanessa. I didn't give her the questions, but I'm amazed by how you're really, like, answering like so authentically. You don't have to think, like, it's naturally, like everything is just happening naturally. And that's what we meant by chilling and feeling at home and feeling good. So I'm enjoying this. And if I may ask, do you have more titles on your bucket list? Because you've titles, like, are you going to contest for something else? Do you have like a bucket list? Oh, this is it.
I wouldn't say this is it. I've always been the type to go for something else. I do like singing, and I guess that would probably be my next competition. I'm not gonna lie, if there is going to be another competition. So we'll have to see. But right now, I've got my titles, Miss Uganda.
You're going to enjoy this. Let it sink in.
Yes.
One step at a time. But we
now hear this. Now hear this.
Now I'm saying this in the name of the entire VCN family. For us, whichever title that will come, we are here. We are family. Now you're stuck with us, by the way. So just know you have VCN family behind you. Wherever you go, whichever path, we are here, we are stuck with you. And we'll always call you back. We always call you back to clap for you and be happy with you and, be proud of you. So guys, first, before we go to the last one, thanks for being with us. For those who joined us late, we've been hanging out, or we are still hanging out or chilling with Miss Uganda UK, Vanessa. And Vanessa, we're trying to get to know her. She's letting us into her new world and connecting us into her old world. Like she said, you can have both worlds. Was that it?
Both worlds.
You can have both worlds. So Vanessa, before you sleep, what is the last thing you do?
What is the last thing I do before I sleep?
Yes.
It depends. On a normal day, before I sleep, honestly, I have my laptops, I have my books, I have my phone. When I need a break, I'm constantly studying because, like I said, I'm doing my master's. I definitely speak to my friends before I sleep and listen to music. I have to listen to music as a must.
Okay.
I live on music.
Okay. So that's what you do last. Listen to music before you sleep.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys, let us know who has a question for Vanessa. I've been seeing questions in the chat. I don't know if you've been seeing them, Vanessa. Just whoever has a question. Someone is saying, Vanessa, we are twins. I don't know what that means, but yeah. Someone had asked earlier how old you are, but I don't know if that really we have to answer that.
I'm 23. I'm just 23.
23, okay.
She's a baby.
In my world, it's not polite to ask a lady how old she is. If she wants you to know, she'll tell you. But since you're okay, that's fine. But I mean, yeah. Are you already single or already taken?
I'm taken.
These are not my questions. So don't shoot the messenger. Me, I'm just going to.
Byron ngo olabye.
So kati munange bino si bibuzo byange. Don't kill the messenger, Vanessa. Vanessa is taken. Okay. Do you still hang out in same places, in your same hangouts, or have you
I still hang out in the same places mostly. I try not to think that I'm now better than everybody. just because of the title that I have. I think it's definitely changed in terms of I'll now get like, you know, like promoters and stuff like that for events. I'll get like free tables, or like they'll invite me to an event and I can bring my friends and everything's paid for. I don't have to pay by going in or anything like that. I guess that's changed slightly.
Okay.
So I guess that's a perk, but I don't intend to be out every weekend. So so I guess I haven't utilized it properly yet. But maybe because it's cold as well. It's too cold outside.
Yeah, that changes everything. And by the way, shout out to Lee. Lee, actually, am I sitting in for you for DJ Billy? But anyway, Lee is supposed to be in this chair tonight, but she's not here. But Lee, shout out. I hope I've filled in so well. Really, I don't know, for both of you, DJ Billy and Lee, I hope I've done your job, guys, justice. So yeah, yes, please.
Yeah, Vanessa, I want to know, you know, when you made that creative wear, that was my base actually.
Oh, it was.
Obviously, we were finding an amuji maker because you made it out of the mat, and that's not easy to make.
Oh, it's not. It's not. You know what? Naringa Karachi and designing Urugoye Saruduka. I'm not the one that sewn it myself. I actually haven't had a designer that made it for me back in Uganda. I drew it first. So the design itself of how I wanted it to look like, I drew that because I had to complement my body shape. To have something that kind of represented back home as well. That's the inspiration behind it. Now, in terms of trouble, you know what? We didn't have any trouble because all I had to do was, I guess I'm not speaking on behalf of the designer, but all I had to do get my measurements done, and she had to find somebody with a similar shape to me to obviously sculpture it around them. The name of the designer, I will have to put it in the chat a bit later because I know her specifically.
I must say she was really good.
She was
good.
She had a Facebook page. In fact, I will find it right now and put it in.